Hello YouTube, this is Snake Charmer Studios. I just decided I'd do a little bit of an update on DVDs and some graphic novels I picked up for the past 2 or 3 weeks. To start, let's go over it's a comic book I picked up today. I picked it up for the main reason that DC's New 52 really just relaunched it, and I've been meaning to get into it because it reminded me a lot of Secret Six, which was the storyline of the sort of these expendable DC Universe villains that sort of came together and got their own team. They wanted to overthrow the Justice League. And that is Suicide Squad. The story I was talking about before was Secret Six, but Suicide Squad is very similar to that, and this was sort of where the initial idea came from. So we've got Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and yeah, all the others. I haven't read it yet, I just picked it up today, but looking forward to reading that, so look forward to that. The next comic book I picked up was the Avengers vs. X-Men Round 2. This has been really good so far, and I'm really excited to see how stuff's going to turn out. I like the idea that Hope is now becoming the next Phoenix Bird and stuff like that, and yeah, I can't wait till the next issue. And next one I picked up was Justice League number 8. Haven't gotten a chance to read this yet. Picked it up last week. I've just been busy with school and stuff, but I decided to do an update video. So yeah, I'll look forward to reading that. I think that the DC's New 52 has just been fantastic, especially Justice League. If you're going to read one title out of the New 52, I would highly suggest Justice League. And on to DVDs. First thing I picked up was Wes Anderson's The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. I love Wes Anderson. This is probably my favorite one I've seen of his films. I think that this is actually even better than... I like this a little more than Royal Tenenbaums, but basically what it's about is that Bill Murray plays this very Jacques Cousteau-like nature documentary filmmaker, and he's out to find the shark that killed his best friend and sort of mentor, and along the way he meets Owen Wilson, who he believes to be his son, and it's a really lovely film. I'd say highly suggest it. Wonderful soundtrack as well. Yeah, so Life Aquatic, check it out. The other DVD I got is really probably my biggest guilty pleasure film of all time, and that would be Sam Raimi's Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness is actually the third movie in the Evil Dead series, but you don't need to see any of the other Evil Dead movies to get this movie. It's a fantastic movie. Bruce Campbell's probably the only actor who found the balance between being a badass and being an asshole, and he's fantastic in this movie. So Army of Darkness, check it out. The next two I actually haven't gotten to sit down and watch yet. So the first one would be A Scanner Darkly. I bought this today because I'd heard a lot of good things about it. Many people suggested it to me, so I said I thought I'd give it a watch, so I'll end up watching this tonight. It's got Keanu Reeves and Robert Downey Jr., Woody Harrelson, and Winona Ryder, and I was really interested in it because I'm a fan of Philip K. Dick, who wrote Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which inspired Blade Runner, one of my favorite films of all time. So, and also this film was shot entirely in rotoscope animation, so it's very similar to what Ralph Bakshi did with American Pop, or how Snow White was originally filmed. So what they did was they got regular actors, and then they drew over all of them, so they're animated. So I'm very excited to see how this plays out. So Scanner Darkly. And I was at my local FYE, and I haven't gotten a chance to watch this, although it's been getting a lot of acclaims from critics and stuff like that, and that would be Paul Thomas Anderson's There Will Be Blood. I haven't gotten a chance to sit down and watch this yet, but I got it for free because I bought 2 DVDs, and they said, oh, well, if you get 2, then you get another one for free from the 11 on this free shelf. And I saw this, and I said, I've heard great things about it, I'll get that. So, got that, watch this pretty soon, and yeah, so There Will Be Blood. And the thing I was really excited about, probably the second biggest thing I was excited about, was I'm a big fan of Frank Miller, I'm a big fan of Zack Snyder, and the next film I picked up was 300. This is the limited collector's edition, so this comes with like a lot of nice stuff. It comes out in this sort of a book, and that's where the DVDs are stored. Right? And it's very cool. You've got some very nice artwork throughout here, comparing the graphic novel to actual shots from the film. It's got quotes and stuff like that. Very well done. Oh, it's got some concept artwork. Very, very nice. It comes with some art cards and a film cell and stuff like that. So 300 collector's edition. Yep. And the last film I think is probably the best one I've gotten out of the whole bunch. This was released recently because The Hunger Games was released, and I like to call this the original Hunger Games, or what the Hunger Games sort of ripped off, and that would be my personal, probably third favorite movie of all time, and that would be Battle Royale. For those of you who don't know Battle Royale is sort of this story that takes place in a near future where all this crime and corruption is sort of raised up, and parents have like no control over their children and stuff like that. So the government starts this act called the Battle Royale Act, where they take an entire grade 9 class and drop them off on this remote island, and they basically have to kill each other. And it is probably one of the most disturbing, most graphic, but one of the most brilliant movies I've ever seen. So, Battle Royale, check it out. And that's going to wrap it up for my haul for the past couple weeks, update, whatever you want to call it. Please leave comments, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Yeah, next week. See you next week.